What's going on, people? Jay the Black here, back with another video. Shout out to everybody that is tuning in. I appreciate it. I want to talk about Tyrese. There's a story from TMZ about Tyrese being furious that his daughter's mother left his daughter with a friend while she went out of the country on vacation. What I want to know is this: why didn't you take your daughter with you? You wasn't going to be gone that long, or you could have sent your daughter to stay with her father. But see, this is why Tyrese may be, onto something when, wanting to be a part of his daughter's life more and more. Maybe he can feel the irresponsibility coming from his baby's mother. And this goes on a lot with a lot of single mothers. I've noticed they are ready to leave the kid with anybody, family members, friends, boyfriends that ain't the children's father. And they're comfortable with that. They're comfortable putting the child any and everywhere so they can get them out of their hair, which leads me to believe that this vacation, quote unquote, was just I believe it was just a dick appointment. That's why she didn't take her daughter. That's why she didn't take her to the father's house, because she did not have a good enough excuse, And maybe she probably, and Tyrese probably knows that she doesn't have the money to go on vacations like that, so he would have knew what was up. But according to TMZ, Tyrese is pissed over ex-wife leaving their daughter with a friend while leaving the country. Tyrese is furious that his ex-wife left their daughter with a friend while mom was out of town, and now she's got to explain herself to a judge. Explain herself, or a judge is going to punish her. In a new court filing obtained by TMZ, Tyrese claims his ex, Norma Gibson, left the country for a few days in early January while their daughter Shayla was supposed to be in her custody. Tyrese says Norma pawned the kid off to a classmate for a one-night sleepover while she jetted off to Trinidad. That says a lot. There's a lot of ain't shit, single moms out there. And this is the type of behavior that they will do. Because they want to go off and have fun, they'll leave their door with anybody. And because she does not have a good relationship with Tyrese, she's leaving the kid with a classmate? Are you serious? You leaving your young daughter with a classmate while you go off and do what you want to do. That's the irresponsibility with chicks like this. They should not have primary custody if they're doing things like this. This right here should lose her primary custody. She should at least be forfeited at least 50% of the custody to Tyrese. Because if you want to go off and do things and you want the time to do it, if you had more of a split custody, you had better communication with Tyrese, because he is your daughter's father, whether you like it or not. You married this guy, you had a kid with him, now you have to deal with him. Whether you think he's dysfunctional or not, you still have to deal with him. You are the mother of his daughter. So you have to communicate with him. You have to be more logical and start, instead of holding grudges and taking it out on your daughter. Leaving your daughter with somebody that your daughter barely knows just cause, that's not good enough. You're putting your child in harm's way. But because you're selfish and because you holding a grudge, you would rather the child be with somebody that you know and that your kid barely knows, instead of with the father. It's better with her father, somebody that she does know and that she'd be more comfortable with. But you wasn't caring about that because you want to hold on to grudges. Presumably that means Norma left Shayla with a friend on her final day of custody, because Tyrese says Shayla was back under his care the following day. Let's see. He says he learned about the sleepover after the fact without a heads up from Norma, and claims that by doing what she did, Norma violated a court order from 2014 that gives him the right of first refusal in this type of situation. This seems to me that this woman blatantly did this. And what's funny is that they're saying that she left the child with the classmate on her final day of having her, which you could tell she either was irresponsible or maybe she did it on purpose. Maybe she didn't think her daughter would say anything. Maybe she didn't think her daughter would find out. It's her and Tyrese are both shown signs of being dysfunctional. Maybe that's why they married. I don't know. Let's see. Translation: if you're leaving town without our kid, you have to let me know first. A judge already said so. Tyrese is also pissed about the alleged old social media posts that he unearthed from 2017 that feature Shayla, which he says in another violation of their previous court order. A judge granted Tyrese's request, and now Norma must appear in court to justify her actions. If she doesn't, she risks being held in contempt of court and having to pay Tyrese legal and attorney fees. So Norma, you seem like you put yourself in this situation because you want to go jet off to Trinidad because you're thinking about yourself and not your child. You just pawn the kid off on anybody. Here, go over here, go over there. How many of us have grown up and seen women do this? How many of us have been in those situations where the mother just wants to go do what she wants to do, and she goes and puts us at our grandmother's house, our aunt's, uncle's house, so she can go off and do what she want to do? But these women will say that they love their kids. No, you don't. You will make sure your kids are safe, but because you have this grudge that you can't let go of, for the sake of your daughter, you're just leaving your kid with a classmate. And from what I understand, it's a male classmate. Now, dude could be married. He could have a whole family. But that just shows you how irresponsible that this particular female is. Because you're upset at Tyrese, you go and you leave his child with a classmate and not tell him. Not send your daughter over there. It just doesn't make any sense. You need to let whatever grudge you got go. I don't know if you still want to be with Tyrese. I don't know if you're upset about this whole situation and how he's made it public. But you gotta let that go. You can't be putting your kid just anywhere. And you got these single moms that do this and they have no problem doing it. They have no problem doing it. They only seem to care about their situation, what they got going on. They will get into relationships with men. Don't care what type of men they're bringing around their kids, always introducing their kids to a different man all the time. Just, you know what I'm saying? Trying to wipe away the parental rights of the father, the real father, because you have an issue with him. You want your child to be in a dysfunctional situation because you have a grudge. Ain't no telling what could have happened to your daughter because you was feeling some type of way. You should have made sure that she was in a safe environment with her father. But you don't do that. Now, this is the same woman who accused him of abusing the child. The allegations were unfounded. She just tried everything. Child support, she's tried everything. You know what I'm saying? And now she got to appear in court. And she may end up paying attorney fee. Now, the fact that she hasn't, as of today, she hasn't responded to anything lets you know that this situation is very true and she got caught. She didn't think she was going to get caught. She didn't think that, I guess she didn't think that her daughter would tell Tyrese that she was spending the night with somebody else. While she was off somewhere else. She didn't think that, I guess she didn't think her daughter would say anything. But come on. In those situations, he's going to want to know what's going on. He's going to want to know and make sure that she's safe with you. But I'm telling you right now, this female Norma, it seems like something's very wrong with her. You know, she seems like she has issues as well. We all know Tyrese has his issues, but she seems like she has her issues as well. You have to make sure that your children are safe. Now, I don't know if she's in a new relationship or not, but to just leave your daughter with friends or with a friend just so you can go and, take a quick, vacation, which really wasn't no vacation. I think that she, flew out there with a guy or to meet a guy, because you're not going to put yourself in jeopardy of losing custody of your daughter just to go and, dip in some pools or, get into the water. Obviously you were flown out there, and that is why you hastily left your daughter with a friend, because you did not want your daughter with her father because of the grudge that you have against him. Because you know that if he would have found out that you went on vacation, he would have known why you went on vacation. He would have asked questions. And of course, these women don't want people in their business. Because how many of us have been in situations where our mothers tell us, don't tell your daddy my business. Don't tell your daddy what's going on over here. It's the same situation. You need to make sure that you care more about your daughter than yourself, because it was very selfish for you to leave your daughter at your classmate's house while you go jet off to Trinidad, knowing full well that Tyrese was going to find out eventually. And now, to this day, she still hasn't said anything. But y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts. Make sure that all of you go inside the description box and click the link to carmarshal.com, as well as in the comment section as well. You can go there, you can look up cars, whether it be new or used. Car Marshal's job is to make the situation as stressless for you as possible.